A woman in the Mayasar neighbourhood of Aleppo screams as rescuers search for survivors. A Syrian army helicopter bombed this three-storey building Monday, leaving rubble crushing down onto two young families.
Men are still searching through the rubble here. So far they've found 8 bodies, 7 young children and their father. They're still searching for the mother underneath the rubble.
But then, just as all hope seemed lost, a tiny miracle emerged from the destruction. 1-year-old Hassan survived without a scratch in a blast that killed his parents, his cousins, and all his siblings. As doctors examined him at a neighbouring hospital, rescuers described how he was found. His mother had used her body to shelter him from the falling concrete. He was discovered unscathed, still cradled in her lifeless arms.
بس 6 ساعات لحتى طالعنا وبمعداتنا البسيطة والحمد لله نجح. راح يشهدوا وفاته وفاة بشار ووفاة كلياته وبإذن الله. وبإذن الله ما راح نترك له إياها والله أكبر عليهم.
After his rescuers delivered him to the hospital for a thorough check and a bath, little Hassan stared wide-eyed, seemingly unaware of what had happened to his family and of the moment of hope he had brought to this crowd. It had been a devastating morning for all. Hospital staff awoke to explosions just a few houses away in what they believe was an attack intended for them. Staff say this particular hospital has been targeted a dozen times with 2 direct hits, as regime helicopters and fighter jets have begun regularly bombing hospitals and ambulances. Shamsuddin was a fashion designer before the revolution, but he is now the hospital's only remaining ambulance driver after 5 of their vehicles were destroyed by Syrian army helicopters. He has painted the roof of his van to avoid identification by air. Every day, he transports dozens of dead and wounded civilians from the site of airstrikes.
نص من الساعة 6 الطيران عم بيستهدف الأماكن التجمع والفران والأماكن السكنية المكتظة بالسكان.
Human rights groups say the death toll in Syria has now surpassed 26,000, and the number continues to soar as daily airstrikes claim hundreds of lives every week throughout the country. Even the moment of joy brought by little Hussein was short-lived, as a new wave of bombings brought another stream of young victims. In Aleppo, Syria, this is Tracey Shelton for GlobalPost.